Here it is for you guys. Enjoy.
Welcome back to actual lightning strike outside there. The Thunder. Hockey season is almost here, folks.
It is nigh.
We have the stash. We have Thomas Schooley. We have you, the Thunder. We have all come together as we are approaching preseason. We got a little bit of news from the team, so we're like, we better have a show. So yeah, we got some news for everyone about this show, about the Lightning. We've got some guests tonight. Greg Wolf's going to join us here shortly. We've got a game for Greg Wolf to play with the boys here. That's going to be pretty good, and you guys can actually vote on who wins this game over the next 2 weeks, I guess. And I say 2 weeks because I think our next show will be the official kickoff to the regular season, and that's going to be the day before the Lightning drop the puck up in New York. So we're going to be doing Monday nights this season. So if you're going to be looking for us on the live broadcast, it will be Monday nights when we'll be doing it, and that's not going to start till October 10th. But hey, we're back. We're ready for the new season. Stash, Schooley, are you ready for some hockey?
Yeah, I just want to say good job on that new intro. If you guys haven't seen it, make sure you guys go back. Some of the fans are in there. Some of the fans that are constantly in here are part of that new intro that Shooter did for us. So good job on that new intro there.
It's okay.
Thanks for sending in the pics. I asked for pics from people. They sent them in.
And, you can only use about a third of them, by the way. You filthy animals. He can only use about a third of them.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. The other one he's kept for himself.
Once again, Shooter is married, everybody. Okay. God, you filthy animals.
I got
depravity knows no bounds.
I've got all appropriate pictures. Okay. All appropriate pictures. All right, so we got a lot to do on this show. I see we got both guests lined up right now. So we're gonna go to Greg Wolf first. You know him. He is your in-arena announcer. He's the host with the most in Tampa Bay. You see him all over the place, but we all love him because what he does at Amalie Arena. So let's bring him on with a Thunder strike. Kakush.
Love it.
Greg Wolf.
Feeling it.
Ready for some hockey.
Was born ready, boys. Was born ready. Here. I'm ready, man. It's here. It's here. Literally
22
days away. Well,
22.
You could say that, but I'm a optimist, and I always look at the positives. Hockey to me is hockey, regardless if it's preseason, if it's practice, scrimmage. It doesn't matter to me. It's hockey. So technically, our first game is 10 days away, 9 days away for our preseason game, the 28th and 29th at Amalie. So technically that's hockey, and you're going to see our boys on the ice. Maybe not all of them out all the time, but they're going to be out there. And same thing with October 8th, so we may not have our home opener until the 18th, but there's hockey here in Amalie, literally in the blink of an eye. It's going to be here.
It's happening. It's
happening. It's the most wonderful time of the year.
Yeah, 30th anniversary. Exactly. There's a lot of great things happening this season to get the fans fired up, and I know we're excited. There's a lot of things I'm sure I don't even know about yet, which I'm just getting the information pretty much as you guys are getting it. But we do have a rehearsal next week to kind of go through things because people don't realize when you've been off even for a short period of time, as we have for the last God knows how many seasons now. We don't really have a long off season. There's still a lot of kinks and things behind the scenes that got to be worked out. We haven't checked our IFBs and our mics to make sure that things are where they need to be. And the Lightning Vision crew, I'm sure, has been working diligently all summer long to create new video pieces and hype videos and all sorts of stuff. So it's going to be an exciting season. Again, we're just spoiled because we've had nothing but exciting seasons for the last decade or more. But this year is going to be really special. I can tell you that.
Yeah. First and foremost, man, that center ice logo is fire.
Awesome. Yeah,
it is I love it, man. I'm in love with that. So
No doubt.
Just starting right there, I know that they have great branding looking, for the season. I'm sure the arena experience is just going to be that much more hyped up. And I can't wait to get down there and get to as many games as possible this year. Because now I feel, especially because now you guys had last season all the way kind of back, so it's almost like, sure, it was a short break, but now you're kind of 2 years in a row now of normalcy, if you will.
Right.
And I feel like now everyone's back to it and like, all right, it feels like a regular season again.
For sure.
And
Took a little while to get caught up.
You're the closest we can get into anybody's ear over there. We did interview Chris Dingman, and he said he's available to come down anytime Vinnick wants him here. So
okay.
Let them know Dinger's ready to come back to Tampa. He picked Tampa over Colorado for that Stanley Cup there, so he's ready to come back here anytime they want him here.
Dinger's awesome, man. I'm sure, again, 30th anniversary, there's going to be a lot of milestone moments, I would believe, throughout this entire season. Bringing back some of the greats, which I feel like we do a pretty good job of that, especially this last playoff run, getting guys to fire up the Tesla coils or whatever it is to start the game. But now that, it's the 30th anniversary, are we going to see some of those guys that we haven't seen for quite some time? Are they going to dig up Hobby Bulin somehow and find him from some field out in Russia somewhere? Like who knows, what they're going to pull out this season, but I would feel that they're really going to pull out all the stops, and that's going to be cool. It's going to be cool, walk down memory lane, so to speak, to remember some of the cool stuff, probably not just player related, but team related, off the ice related, old marketing campaigns and all that stuff. I would believe that they're going to rehash a lot of that stuff.
Well, and next year will be the 20th. Next year will be the 20th anniversary from the first Stanley Cup.
Right.
So I would imagine this year is going to be a whole bunch of celebrations. And then next year, they're going to have to do some kind of celebration for that 20th year of anniversary of the Cup. So
sure,
it's going to be 2 years, I think, in the planning of these big surprises that they're going to end up doing.
It's going to be awesome, man. Regardless, whatever's planned is going to be an exciting time for sure.
So I think I was telling these guys, like, hey, guys, let's, there's not much going on. Let's just, October 10th, first show, we're going to go from there.
Sure.
Every week. And then, I don't know, like a week ago, the Lightning dropped the news, right? They've got October 1st. I don't know what they're calling this, but it's basically kind of the kickoff to the season, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's the 30th anniversary season celebration. So, if you want to call it a Lightning, we've normally called it like Lightning launch weekend. So expect that October 1st and 2nd. I know on the 1st is going to be a lot more interactive, fun things for people to do and be involved in. I know people like to, is it Ice Fest or Fan Fest and all that? I think honestly, even though we're past, pandemic times, I really feel like that changed a lot of those. I don't know how to really put it. A lot of those really up close and personal, events that the Lightning have done in the past. I feel like some of that may be transitioning to other things, which is kind of what they're doing with the game shows and stuff that they have planned on October 1st with the players, giving them kind of like we did at the Tampa Theater with the family game night and things like that, right? Just giving you guys a glimpse of the players in a more relaxed, off the ice kind of, off the cusp kind of, event, so to speak, as where like the Bolts Family Carnival and Fan Fest were just like people lining up strictly to just get autographs and not really indulging in all the other pomp and circumstance that goes along with that. So I would expect, the event on the 1st is really going to give you, some of that, fun, in-depth, interactive opportunities to see our players from past and current interact and mingle with each other. I know they've announced like Andrew Chuck will be there, Brian Bradley, of course, Ryan Malone, Bugsy is going to be hanging out, Paul Eiserbart, one of our first goalies, Jason Cullimore, Matthew Garon. And then obviously the concert, which we haven't talked about, Smash Mouth is going to be performing, which their album went double platinum back then in '97, with obviously Astro Lounge, All Star, The Morning Comes, I Can't Get Enough of You, Baby, 30th anniversary, of course, October 1st, 4 to 7. So 3 hours of just fun engagement, seeing some of the old guys, seeing some of the new guys. Of course, there will obviously be partner events and vendors and all sorts of cool stuff. There will be an alumni autograph session I don't know if there'll be current players for that, but definitely will be some alumni as well. So that's
now, was that for STM only? Because I know
yes, so
like it's STM only for the alumni.
Most likely, yes. And again, that's just one of those perks as being an STM, is you get those insider events, and that of course is going to be one of those events for the STMs out there. So I'm sure you guys will get the email if you have not already from your reps. But fans out there that are just looking to claim tickets to be a part of that, you're of course going to want to go to TampaBayLightning.com and get your ticket. It is free, but most events, obviously, when we do an Emily, whether it's a watch party or whatever, just get your ticket so they can kind of keep tabs on how many people are going to be showing up. So that, of course, that's all on the first, and then on the second, that's going to be the open practice again, a first look, if you will. To see the boys, the young guys, the young gunners still trying to make the team. Let's see what else is going on there. I believe that kicks off at 10:30 a.m. Doors will open at 10. Of course, you'll need a ticket for that as well. There will be some Q&A sessions on the second. There will be some autographed opportunities, photo booths, kids zones, games, Lightning community hockey, which I know a lot of you guys love that as well. They will have their annual gear sale. A lot of you guys love getting the gear. They will have that during the weekend as well. So a lot of cool things, again, happening on that Saturday and that Sunday. So make sure you log on to TampaBayLightning.com. All the information is there for you. But again, if you want to be a part of it, get your ticket. It is free. Let your family and friends know so you guys can go together. But make sure you get yourself a ticket before you get down there.
I got my tickets already. I put the link in the chat so you guys can all go claim your tickets.
Yeah.
And we'll see you there.
I like that they split it up between the weekend, where it used to only be the one day.
Yeah.
And you would miss some of the scrimmages while you were either at the gear sale, going to get an autograph or something like that. You would miss the scrimmages, or you would try to get back there. And so I like that they split it up between the 2 days. Unfortunately, I can only make it to the first, but yeah.
I don't even honestly know if I'm not probably going to be there on the first, simply because, I have USF football and, I've committed to the season for football. And then that's obviously been on the books. And then they announced this after the fact. So probably on Sunday, maybe out there, I know, but I have to. Yeah, your Gators barely won, like by the skin of their little Gator teeth. They barely. But listen, kudos to the Bulls, man. They're getting better. That's at the end of the day, they're improving. Obviously, people look at that BYU game and we're like, man, but no, I'm sorry, I was there. To have a 3-hour rain delay before you ever kick the ball off, after you get all hyped up, you do the intros, you're getting ready, they're doing the national anthem, and it's like, nope, get off the field, go into the locker room for 3 hours. You messed up everybody's vibe. It was just, I'm sorry, mentally, physically, emotionally, that just set everything off on a bad vibe. So I literally looked at that game and threw it out the window. Then you look at the game versus Howard, the boys came out firing, and then they go up into the swamp and literally had chances to win that game. That's showing you they are improving.
Yeah. Well, so their coach let them down in the last 5 minutes, if you ask me.
I mean,
the way that last 5 minutes was coached is just, I don't even know what happened. I don't want to beat a dead horse. I already went a little hardcore right away because it was such a gut-wrenching loss to be right there and have it
but
in the
again,
grass. And really, especially
steps.
The last 2 minutes. I mean, it's 4 years. It's not like it's 2019.
Well, it's really his. I mean? This is really his team, though. Like now we're finally getting a full.
And we just got a quarterback that's supposed to be like the legit
the guy
can do it.
Right. Well, let's see how they respond. Let's see how they respond this week in Louisville. And
I'm predicting they're going to win the rest of their games.
They may. They could. They very well could at this point. So we'll see.
All right. So I've got a game for you three gentlemen to play.
Okay.
And it's a good one. It's a good one. Okay. So we're gonna play this game, and then we gotta kick you off, Greg, because we have a triple threat coming on the show today. We have a triple threat.
No doubt.
Model, singer, actress, does it all. And we're gonna play a different game with her. We're gonna play a game that I've titled Hockey versus Model.
Wow.
We're gonna see how good Renee Flowers knows her hockey. But she's gonna have some. I know she's a little worried about this. She's gonna have a little help with that.
You knock it out of the park with these. I tell you what, bro.
All right.
But right now, I've got a game teed up for the boys here. And what it essentially is it's going to give you guys a chance to draft your own Tampa Bay line with the players on the roster today.
Okay.
So you will be drafting your own, just one line, 3 forwards, 2 defensemen. Don't worry about centers or anything like that. I would say go forwards
Just
and
go straight
2D.
forwards.
And then what we're going to do is we're going to have the fine people of We the Thunder vote to tell us who drafted the best team. So it's kind
Aren't
of like
we all 3 going to pick the same 5?
I was gonna say, no.
It's like a fantasy draft. Hedman's off the board. You can't choose Hedman as number 2.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
This is fantasy football style.
So how do we choose? Like, who's getting the first draft pick? Then?
Well, the guest always gets the first draft.
Oh, all right. So all right. So I mean, if we're gonna go, I mean, I gotta take Norris Trophy guy. I gotta take Hedman right off the rip.
All right.
I have to. I'm sorry. I mean,
is
we're gonna
is
go
this a snake draft?
It is. You will get the 3rd pick, Schooley, and you will get the 4th. But Hedman is off the board. Team Stash, number 1 pick. Who you got?
I got to go with Kucherov.
Fair enough.
Okay, I guess I was gonna say Killer, didn't you?
I thought you were for sure.
No.
I was messing with you.
All right, so Kucherov off the board. Team School, you get back-to-back picks here. Yeah, I pretty much have everyone on here, so if there's someone missing, there could be some minor leaguers missing if you want to take one. Probably not the
Stammer
first
and
pick.
Point.
Stammer and Point.
Almost unfair at this point.
Really.
It really is.
Boom. All right, we're going back to the stash.
Well, I guess I gotta go with Sergey.
Fair.
The $80 million man himself.
Now, do I get back-to-backs
You
then?
get back-to-back, so give me 2.
Ross the Boss Colton
Oh,
and Nick Paul.
That was going to be my last. I was hoping nobody would take him.
Not bad. Back to stash.
all right. Well, I'm gonna go Killer for sure.
Of course you
Okay.
are.
Yeah,
Playoff killer or
regular season Killer, bro. Last year he had the best
playoff killer
season
used
of
to be
his.
clutch. before
Yeah,
this
well,
year.
I'm going regular season Killer. He had the best season of his career last year.
Team Schooley back to back.
Names.
Not fair.
And where's Chernak? I don't see him on there.
What do you mean? It's right there next to Footy.
I guess we'll go with the shortened version that you said just to
nice.
on here.
You're taking
All right.
Cerny.
Yeah.
Bastard.
Chernak.
So you got your whole first line. You got 1 defender. Back to team stash here.
What's kind of messed up is that like, well, I guess okay, whatever. I guess I have 3 down. All right, whatever. 4, whatever. Man,
This is it, right? It only said 5. So we're coming down to the wire here.
yeah.
Choose wisely.
Mm-hmm.
Still got Bogosian on the board. You still got Ian Cole.
I got to go with Foot.
Okay.
Big man Foot.
All right. So to round my team out, I'm gonna have to go Sorelli and Bogosian.
Really still hanging out
I
there.
I know.
Not necessarily injured for the beginning of this.
No. We're
fantasy
going
draft.
we're going 100%ers on all these players. Like if they are 100% healthy.
Yes.
Right.
All right, so Team
happy
Wolf
with
is
my
complete.
team.
He's
I'm
got
happy
Nick
with that.
Paul, Ross Colton, Anthony Sorelli, Victor Hedman, and Bogosian. Pretty solid. Let us know in the chat what you think about Team Wolf. Stash, who you got to round it out here as your center or 3rd forward?
Man. I think I'm gonna have to go with the bagel.
Yeah, it's a solid choice.
I like the bagel
Solid.
in the middle. The bagel in the middle. Those 2 guys, I
Choose
think, would
bagel
do
and
some real
killer.
damage, bro. I
Yeah.
think that'd be a real killer line, honestly.
That's not bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. So Team Stash is complete. Cooch, Hagel, Killer, Sergachev, and Foot. Schooley, last pick.
Myers.
or Fleury. Myers or Fleury? I'm
Still
gonna
got
go
Cole. No faith in Cole, huh?
No,
No,
Myers.
Yeah, cool. Myers. All right.
I'll go
Philip.
Myers.
Philip
I
Myers.
mean, that's a good team, Schooley. I just don't see any weaknesses on my team. I see a little weakness. I see a little bit of weakness on the D line for Schooley. Stash again, solid. That's a solid team, man. If I had to go 1, 2, 3, I'm gonna have to say myself, Stash, Schoolie in that order. But that's just me.
Yeah, let's hear it in the chat. I'd like to see what the chat thinks, and guess what? We're gonna.
I mean, you got
put
the
it out there this
veterans
week.
on the blue line. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I got the
exactly.
up and comers on the blue line,
and then Schoolie's got he's got hot and cold there a little bit.
Yeah,
I like that one. Wolf has the team with heart, Stash has the skill, and Schoolie has the leadership.
Yeah,
I mean, you got Point and Stamkos on that,
right there,
line.
and Domestikov.
Can't go wrong with that.
Listen, I think Domestikov is going to come right back into this.
I hope so.
This team and mesh real well.
I hope so.
So,
all right.
Boys,
well,
thanks for having me on.
Let's see if Cooper watches this show to see if he tries out some of these lines for the preseason.
Greg, real quick, I want to say congrats to Shannon C, who just announced that she's going to be back for as part of Straight Lace DJs. She's going to be back at Emily next year.
Yeah, I know she's got some conflicts, but she'll be there for a handful of games this year again.
And then what's your thought on 102.5 The Bone, your old radio station that you came in every once in a while with Ian there?
Mean, I have a lot of love for all my radio station groups here in Tampa. I'm glad to see the Lightning on the Bone. They have a very strong signal, not just here in the Bay Area, but far beyond it. FLA was good for a long time, a heritage time. Obviously, DAE as well made a lot of sense at the time. And but for the Bone to be over there, USF obviously over there as well. Both, me being host for both of those entities, it's a good thing. I know the guys over there are fired up. Mike Olivero is a long time dear friend of mine, and I'm happy for them because I know they're going to do things the right way. They're going to be omnipresent when it comes to being involved on game days at Raymond James and at Amalie Arena. So I think it's a win-win for everybody. So it's
Michael used to work for the Lightning too. So
yeah, like Mike and I have very similar paths in our career from radio and promotions and sports. And it's just, that's why, he and I kind of gravitate towards each other because we have kind of the same lineage. But yeah, it's exciting
both
times.
Good guys too.
Thank you.
Both real good guys, man.
Appreciate y'all, man. All right. I know you got to get to your girl, Renee. So
one more question.
Sure.
We've heard the announcement about the Lightning Hall of Fame. Do we have any idea? Is that going to be like a little section they set up? Like that doesn't sound like a Ring of Honor type of thing.
It does not. I honestly, I wish I had more info on that. I really don't know yet. I think some things are keeping close to the chest right now because they don't want it to get out too much. But I guess we'll have to wait and see how that plays out. But it's going to be cool regardless. It's overdue.
Something that people have been waiting for a long time. So it'll be interesting to see how they do it. I know
it makes sense in the 30th year to have that kind of.
They waited for
a nice round number.
It does. I just think I'm hoping it's going to be like some kind of statuist thing because you got to think one of the really Hall of Famers is going to be Espo, and a lot of people say that statue out front is good enough for that, which I don't agree.
Well,
I think
Espo, Marty, Vinny, they're in. That should be the first three in, right?
Sure.
Right.
The speculation's all after that.
Yeah. Right. Which there's a lot of guys that you're watching right now that are going to be on that list.
Oh, yeah. Yes. Cooch, Vassy.
A lot of them. Like a lot of them. Right.
Yeah. Yeah. So.
All right, right on.
Right,
Greg Wolf,
we'll
thank you for
get out of here, brother.
Jumping on with us. We'll get you back on once we get the season in full swing, hopefully, and hopefully we will see you around not just Amalie Arena, but Tampa Bay. I'll have to check out some Bulls games if they can start shocking the world again.
Let's get it done. Go Bulls, go Bolts.
That's it.
All right, boys.
I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Right, thanks, man.
Send them out with the lightning strike. All right, so we're going to bring on our next guest here, but first, a couple announcements. The We the Thunder podcast is now a affiliate with SeatGeek.com. So if you have not used SeatGeek before, you can use our code WTT POD. That gets you $20 off your first time ordering on SeatGeek. So we'll talk a little bit more about SeatGeek throughout the season. But if you're looking to grab some preseason tickets, some regular season tickets, hey, $20 usually takes a good chunk out of those service fees. You don't have to deal with buying through some crazy person online who's going to try to scam you. SeatGeek, $20 off with the promo code. We have also started to work with Matt at Monkey Colt Coffee Company, which is a company you have not heard of yet, or you might have seen them online a little bit, because Matt is really just launching this coffee company right here out of Pinellas County. So eventually we'll try to twist his arm and have him come on. I think I saw him in the chat earlier to talk a little bit more about the coffee and their first flavor, which I haven't tried yet because the stash really sucks at giving me stuff. But the first flavor is a bourbon chocolate chip coffee. And thanks to Anthony and all the folks at the Neat Freaks who really kind of helped the stash meet up with Matt to form this sponsorship for us, which directly has led to our very next guest, who is also a Monkey Colt Coffee ambassador. So that is why we're having a triple threat, as I like to say, on the show. And there you go. Stash has the coffee mug right there. And there's Matt in the chat. So go check out their website. I'll post it in the chat here so you can check it out. And let's bring on Renee Flowers. This is our first time talking to Renee. But again, Renee is a ambassador for Monkey Colt Coffee. She is a triple threat, as I say. She does it all.
Hello.
How are you today?
I'm doing wonderful. How are you?
Good, good. Where are you? This is a very picturesque background you have here.
We are actually in Beverly Hills, which I just moved to Tampa about a year ago, but I'm back in Beverly Hills. This is my friend's backyard. Hi. This is Anna, my best friend. Hi, guys. I brought her on.
Awesome. On location from the hills.
Yeah, I was like, man, I know this is live, and I looked outside, and I was like, it's not that bright out. Where is she?
We made a little set for you guys.
You're dealing with a singer slash model slash actress. Of course she's in Los Angeles. Come on. She can't always stay here in Tampa.
Come true, baby.
That's right.
So Renee, we saw, at least the people that follow me on Instagram saw your picture with Monkey Colt Coffee, showing off the shirt on the beach. Now, we're going to actually run the same contest on our site, except I did a poll to see who was going to be our model. And believe it or not, it was the stash. It was the stash that won it.
Oh, God, I'm so jealous. But big shout outs, Matt. This Monkey Colt is phenomenal coffee, and I can't wait for everyone to try it. I mean, it is just like, from my perspective, it smells like cigars. It tastes like chocolate. I mean, it's a phenomenal mix. I'm excited.
Yeah, I was fortunate enough. Matt and I finally linked up last week, and I finally got his latest batch. I'm the only one so far of the three of us that have tried it, and you hit it right on the part. Like, you better have an airtight container because the aroma of this coffee is just so powerful. Like, and
oh my God,
it's great. It'll fill your house.
It was in my car for like 5 minutes, and my whole car smells like amazing coffee, bourbon, everything.
I was like, "What's that?" I'm like, what? And I'm like, it's me. I'm like, what is that? And I'm like, oh, it's that amazing coffee. And then I got home. I've had a couple of cups of it so far, and I can't wait for it to launch here. It's very soon. It's coming soon, but yeah, it's definitely good coffee.
I can't wait to taste it as soon as the stash.
We saw each other, and I had your stuff for you yesterday, and I didn't give it to you. So I mean,
we just hung out for
we're good at
8 or 9 hours yesterday.
Yeah, I know. And I told you as soon as I got there that I had it, and then we just didn't go.
It's all right.
Well, you're missing out a little bit, but not for too long.
I'll bring it to you tomorrow. Yeah.
Oh, trust me, it's right up my alley. So I know I'm gonna love it. All right, Renee. Have you been to a Tampa Bay Lightning game? In case you weren't aware, this podcast is actually about the Tampa Bay Lightning Hockey Club.
Yes, of course. I mean, who doesn't love hockey and who doesn't love the Lightning? I mean, come on. Look at that stage. I mean, look at the whole entire performance of the hockey, the whole entire hockey game. The crowd, everyone, everything is amazing. I mean, it's so vibrant, so live. I mean, I feel like I'm in a dream state when I'm there,
Next year, we need you to be on that stage for the opening weekend because Smash Mouth is going to be, I don't know if you heard, Smash Mouth October 1st. And at first I was like, that's pretty cool. And then my son, he reminded me that Smash Mouth singer, has gotten in trouble several times for being belligerent and drunk on stage. And I'm like, really? It's another reason to go down there. But I looked, they replaced the guy. So they kicked the singer of Smash Mouth out of the band because apparently he's a little cuckoo. So anyway, we're going to see the new singer of Smash Mouth, who I'm sure is going to be just fine. But I think we're going to promote for Renee Flowers for next season because you are a singer. You have a song out right now.
I do. I have a couple songs coming after this one, but I do have a song out right now, and I do want to throw it out there. It is my dream to sing the national anthem for the Lightning. I want to do it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
We know some people. We know some people.
I've been practicing for years, for this one.
All right, Thomas, do you think we can get a request in? So one of our favorite guests of the show is she's the person that sings almost every night for the Lightning. But there's some nights where she can't sing because they do like special
theme nights. Theme nights is the nights when they bring in guests. So check out with the Lightning on the theme nights is the nights that Sonia does not sing. Other than that Sonia sings every home game except for on the theme nights.
She is amazing, beautiful. I actually try to copy every single thing she does over YouTube, so.
That's awesome.
I just got to spend some time with her at a Rays game the other day, and she's ready to go.
That's good. That's good to hear.
Now,
I'm ready to go.
On a scale of 1 to 10, where would you rate your hockey knowledge at?
I'm not going to lie to you guys. I'm probably a 5.
This is going to be good then. This is going to be good. All right.
I already know I'm ready for it. So let's bring it on.
We're not going to throw you under the bus here. You're going to have help. You're going to have Stash and you're going to have Schoolie, and they will be able to, you guys can't blurt them out. One at a time, you will be able to give her a hint because you get kudos points if your hint leads to the answer that she's looking for.
Is that multiple choice as well?
No.
No. Okay.
But you guys should know the answer. Just so you know, Renee, there's people in the chat that aren't going to know the answer to a lot of these questions that are here. These are more
all of your help.
All right, so you're going to have help. As I mentioned earlier, we call this one Hockey Verse Model.
Okay. Don't let me in with that title.
No.
That's you.
All right, so what this is, though, is I am going to give you a word or a phrase, and it is basically like hockey slang.
Okay.
So you will have to basically give me the definition of this hockey word. Okay. Now, you might not know it, so just say, I don't know. And then we'll start with Stash. We'll give you like a hint. It just can't be the actual answer that he gives you.
And then I get to guess.
Yes.
Okay.
So the first one here, what is an apple in hockey?
An apple in hockey. An apple in hockey, I would assume that it is like the bite, right? The bite of the play. Like, what is the play going to be?
I like that answer, but it's wrong. I do like that answer, but it is wrong. Stash, can you give a hint maybe on what this is related to, if you even know what it is?
Can you give her an apple?
Well, I was gonna say right, nice. Or also another term they use as a helper. Instead of an apple or a helper, they basically mean the same thing.
So the assistant in hockey.
There you go.
Okay.
Boom.
The assist. So it's the person that assists on the goal. They call it an apple or a helper, but it's an assist on the goal. Nice.
Very good.
I'm an apple.
You're an apple.
I'm assisting on the goal.
She's my apple every day.
Yes, she can play too.
Every day.
All right, so
I need her. She's my assistant.
Next one. This one's on the easier side. What is a hat trick?
Hat trick would be.
This is supposed to be the give me. This goes for any sport.
Okay. The hat trick would probably be like the like where the position like. Okay.
Schoolie, give her a hint.
Schoolie.
I think it has to do with something in the success of the sport. Maybe.
It's when
More about sports than me. I don't.
I mean,
so. Let's just say it's a number.
Okay.
What a horrible hint that is.
Yeah.
Between 2 and 4.
I'll give you a hint. When this happens, the fans actually take their hat off and they will throw it on the ice in a lot of cases because a player did something.
It's
So I'm
something that
guessing
happens in a
number?
game.
It has something to do with the number.
3.
3. What'd they do? 3.
When they score 3.
Yep.
Yes, 3 goals in one game. That's a hat trick. You got it.
When
Okay.
one player scores 3 goals in a game, they call it a
Okay.
hat trick. If that player were to score 3 in a row with no one else scoring, that would be what they call a natural hat trick. So they are the one person that scored 3 goals straight in a game.
And then a Gordie Howe one. would
Yeah,
be-
now this is different variation. Gordie Howe hat trick. You want to take a guess at this one or you want a hint?
Oh my God! Come on.
It's named after a player. So Gordie Howe is a really famous player. So it's something that he was known for doing.
a mean player.
And again, hat trick should be a giveaway because it's 3 things.
So he scored 3 goals and
He's a mean player.
he's aggressive.
Yes.
Okay, I like that. He's a winner. I don't know.
This is a tough
My
one.
intuition, I'm
There's-
listening to it, but I don't know.
There's an apple involved in this one.
Oh, okay.
The Apple
You
is
remember what
number
an apple is.
2.
So one of his assistant lead players. What?
That's one piece. One piece is the assist.
So he assisted for the goal, which he was able to make his play.
It'd be Mike Tyson, Apple, and then
and
Oh.
a biscuit.
yeah.
Biscuit.
Mike Tyson.
It's hard.
Mike Tyson would be what?
In the
Oh
jargon.
my God! What is it?
All right,
Okay.
we're gonna.
You have to help me
Yeah,
out.
we got to
So-
keep this going.
Right.
One goal, one assist, and
Oh, one fight.
fight.
Okay.
One
That
goal,
was
one assist, one
One
fight.
fight.
Yeah.
And it's in one game, yeah. So that's
Okay.
what Gordie Howe was known for. He was known for his offense, but he also was known to drop the gloves and and lay some fists out there. So
Okay.
Okay,
Uh,
Stats just mentioned this one, but I don't
Yeah.
even think it was in the right context. But what is
Yeah.
the biscuit?
The biscuit is the when you can see when you
Give us a minute.
Come
let us
on.
see.
It's an item. It's an item
yeah,
Right?
that they use in play.
In hockey, and it looks like a biscuit. What would it be?
The
the
puck.
puck.
Yeah. All right.
Ah!
yeah. I said biscuit. They say you put the
Okay,
biscuit in the
model versus
basket.
athlete. This is like very funny here.
Okay.
You got it. All right.
Another one, bucket. And I'll give you the hint for this one. It's a piece of equipment.
Okay. The hockey stick.
I would say
No.
the buck is where you hit it, right?
No, that would be
No.
like the hockey. I want to say the hockey goal, but I mean
It's protective equipment.
It's not exclusive to
oh,
hockey.
the helmet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Chiclets.
Oh, teeth or something.
There you
Oh,
go.
Hard.
Right off the bat. Teeth.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. We're getting
All right.
harder now, though. What's a chirp?
Sure. It's like a birdie, so like something they would hit, I think.
No.
Hit it.
When they're
No.
talking back and forth, they're talking about each other. They're talking about the game.
We'll
Trash
take
talk.
it.
There we go.
We'll take it.
I was
you
gonna
guys,
correct
that
them
was
all
some
after
great
that.
clues that you shared with us. Thank you.
You're
That was
giving
so
away
good.
too much. Come
No,
on.
that was so
Okay.
good.
Okay.
Asking for a clue.
Oh God.
All right. What is the flow?
I came on here to be embarrassed, guys.
No, you're doing
You're
good.
doing well.
Yeah.
Don't be.
The flow has to be the game. I mean, the flow of the game. No. The
Yeah,
flow is
your friend has great flow there hanging.
There used to be some flow on this show, but it's all gone.
Yeah, we cut it
They
all
might
off.
have chopped off their flow.
Hair.
There you go.
The hair.
Yeah, some players have like that long hair, and it's coming out from under their bucket.
Yeah, the flow.
Yes, mine's short.
All right, I think
They also call it the
this
lettuce.
is the last one, and
Okay.
I'm interested to see what your answers are for this one. The 5-hole.
Oh my God, you're playing with
It's
me
some
now.
type of play, I would guess.
It's not a type of play.
Think of where that could be.
Somewhere in the field, right?
Mhm.
Like when you
It is
go
an
on
area on the ice.
It's an area on the ice, okay. Like when you're getting closer to the goal.
Can we ask for a couple hints?
It's related to the goalie.
Okay, so
Ooh.
when you're in like the goalie like hole.
There you go. Yep. But she said the goalie leg hole. Yes.
No.
I mean, I got it kind of.
We'll take it. The 5-hole is the area in between the goalie's legs. So if you ever hear someone saying he went 5-hole, it went right in between the goalie's legs.
So,
I did have one more. Did you see it?
Oh, well, I was gonna say a little further explanation is if you consider 5-0, like over each shoulder is 1, 2, under
Okay.
each arm is 3, 4,
Okay.
and then between the legs is the 5-hole.
There will be a
Okay.
test
If
on this
that
later.
makes sense, right?
Okay.
Just,
Okay.
That
just
makes
for the full explanation of it, like the
Okay,
dictionary,
I
if
like
you will.
it. I would love to see the players play like model versus hockey, because that would be
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, they need to
Players
let
versus
us,
model.
get at the players,
Yeah,
and then we
hockey
can have
versus
you
model.
quiz them
you
on, all the
That'd be
triple threat
really
stuff. All right, I think this is the last one. Twig. Did you see the answer?
no.
Twig.
No.
Relating
this
to.
earlier. You already
uh,
guessed this before. It's a piece of equipment.
The
The hockey stick.
Yeah,
There you
you
go.
got it. There you go.
Nice.
Really not bad
No.
at all.
The only problem with the players playing this is some of them are married to models or dating models.
Oh, so
So they
then
might
Yeah,
actually know some of it.
That would be interesting.
Ugh.
Some of them.
All right. Well, hey, you're our first triple threat that we've had on. So I think we're probably going to have more models on that are going to want to come play the game. But you can say that you were first.
Oh,
I think it's gonna be hard to beat.
oh my love.
And
I'm so happy.
now, if you're still
Yeah.
out there, if you don't come back to Tampa, you can go to an LA Kings game and start using this terminology, and people are going to be
No,
like, "Oh,
listen,
Renee Flowers knows your stuff."
I love those.
I do live in Tampa. I've just been
Nice.
recording actually. I was here with Atlantic and I recorded a Led Zeppelin cover. So that's coming for you guys. It's been a
Ooh,
big deal
some
for me
option.
all week and I've been working really hard on it. So I'm
Nice.
excited to come back and show everyone.
So where can the fine folks that listen to this podcast find you?
Spotify, Apple Music, iTunes, same thing. Instagram, YouTube, all
Awesome.
those good social media sites. Renee Flowers, 2 E's, Renee Flowers.
Yeah, I just dropped your link in the chat there. I don't know why it didn't work for Facebook folks, but yeah, we'll definitely post it out there so people can come check you out. Thanks for jumping on.
Thank you for having me, guys.
Yeah.
Amazing.
I thought it was really fun, and you are always welcome to come back on, and we will all have to jump
Sing
on with our coffee, our monkey cult coffee.
Singing
Listen.
coffee.
I mean, we all love Led Zeppelin, right?
Let's sing in
That's
coffee.
right.
So
I like
whole
it.
lot of love coming out in the next 2 weeks.
I like it.
I heard the singing.
She did.
We can't say too much. We can't sing too much, or they mute us.
You sing off. I know, right?
Yeah, we have a pretty solid record of playing
Of-
music and getting
getting-
in trouble with
Yeah,
social
for sure.
media.
Yeah.
No
But-
copyright infringement
Somehow.
here. You're fine.
There
We're
you go.
just doing a cover.
Yeah.
All right, you got anything else you wanna share with the folks? I mean, we're gonna send people to come check you out. We're gonna have you back on someday, and we're gonna cheers with some Monkey Colt coffee together. But anything else?
Thank you guys for having me. Please have me again. Listen to my new music. If you don't like it, love it. Who cares? It's all part of the movement of love. And I can't wait to see you guys back at the stadium.
Guys, it's a pleasure. Thank you.
Thanks, ladies.
Thanks for making the time for us, and I'm really glad that we were able to link up with Matt, and you were as well, and look forward to this great season, an awesome product launch of Monkey Cult, and this brand bringing not just us together, but a lot of people together in a lot of different communities, and really all for a great cause, which is something we haven't really talked about that much, and it is for the Children's Pediatric Research Foundation. So that's one of the big parts that's brought us all together, is that real common theme is the branding, but the message behind it and what it's for. So it's going to be part of this season, big time, not just this episode, but going forward, weekly, a sponsor for us, lots of giveaways. Excuse me.
Look for like pictures of Stash on the beach this week.
And absolutely an upcoming photo shoot of me
you can grab
rocking the Monkey Cult
and join the Monkey Cult.
That's right. You got to join the cult right there. You know what I mean? I got it. We got the swag, and hey, the website's getting ready to launch. If it hasn't already launched, I know they're just days away, or they already. So they did. We talked last week. Oh, today. That's right. So go on there, grab that merch. Coffee's coming. It's delicious. Hopefully, it's probably going to launch a couple of flavors too. So yeah, it's great. So
all right,
thanks again, Renee.
Thank you so much. Hey, be careful out there, because I heard there's a heat wave in California. People are freaking out about.
Well, she's not used to it, but I love it. I mean, I brought Florida with me here. I had to. I've been here for 2 weeks, and I'm enjoying it. Thank God.
It's nothing, right?
Today was a perfect day. It was like mid-80s today. It didn't even get up to 90. It was a beautiful day.
I know. Wow.
Yeah. It was gorgeous.
Perfect both day.
Yeah.
All right, Renee. Thank you so much. We'll hopefully see you again this season. Okay.
I would love to see you guys soon. Thank you so much for having me. Thank you, Matt. Thank you, everyone.
All right. Take care.
Thank you. Bye.
So can I piggyback off that for our watchers? This Sunday, we are doing the Thunderbolts picnic. What?
I'm not going to be here. I'm going to Tennessee on Thursday.
I'll be there.
I'm 2 years in a row now. I'm missing.
I'll bring an impersonator Stash.
He's going to bring my doppelganger.
Don't bring Ty again.
No, please don't. Please don't bring him as my Stashel-ganger. We need a better Stashel-ganger. So if anybody wants to apply for Stashel-ganger for these events while I'm out, to be there in my place with Shooty, we are now taking applications this season.
So two-thirds of us will be. 2/3 of us will be there at the picnic, and we will be doing the raffle like usual. And piggybacking off of Monkey Cult Coffee, this year we are going to be giving the money to the Children's Pediatric Research. In the years we have raised money for Sonia's. Last year we did for Serena, if you're still on there, help me out. The Women's Abuse Shelter there this spring. Then we've done Callie's Foundation. We've done LeCavier's Foundation. So this year we'll be doing the Children's Pediatric Research. So we will have some things to give away. I know we're going to have some tickets to give away. We're going to have some autographed merchandise to give away. I think some t-shirts donated from one of the local companies to give away, to raffle off. So come out. We will also have the auctions on Thunderbolts, so that you guys can get in on the raffle online if you're unable to show up. But there will be exclusive items that will only be available there at the park.
I'm going to find
I'll sell you,
something.
Shooter. I'll sell you.
I'm going to find something rare around the Thunderdome here that you can't get anywhere else or this year.
I have an Ed Balfour goalie autograph used stick that I'm going to be taking out there to be raffled off.
Nice.
And then, I have a couple different things. I try to spread it around. I mean, everybody always teases me that I have the Lightning house and the Lightning card.
The swag mobile for sure, bro. You need a bigger card just for all the fucking swag you always have in your car, dude. So we need a GoFundMe for Thomas Schooley just to get a swag van, which somehow I think would make him less creepy. I don't know how this works, but just in my mind I envision it making him less creepy, because then we put a wrap on it and then it's actually official. right?
Yeah,
And it's not just
exactly.
like this weird dude in this creepy gray sedan. Like, what are you doing here, bro? And why do you have so much weird shit in your trunk?
I mean, look, I could take Thunderbug out there. You
Yeah.
know, I to come back to bring us back. I can bring up the Chris Contos 4 goals head. You know,
Yeah.
It's weird how you keep that right under your bed.
It's
But
weird
who am I to
how
judge?
it's weird how half of that's missing.
he watches
lower half.
everything I do.
No, and you know what? Also, to piggyback off of that this is something we've here at the show and Shooting the Stash really we've been trying to do for a while is find a charity to get involved with. And so not only is Monkey Colt going to be doing their proceeds and Thunderbolts, but we'll be looking to do 2 or 3 events with We the Thunder and Shooter in the Stash to also the National Pediatric Children Cancers Research Foundation. I always forget the acronym, but it's Children Cancers Research Foundation. So that's one of our goals this year is to really start giving back because, yes, we Monkey Colt's going to sponsor us. We've had a couple of other entities reach out to where we're finally at that point where we really want to focus on being able to give back and use our brand and what we always envisioned to begin with was not just for us, but for the community, the fans, and to give back. And we all know that cancer and hockey is a close relationship, something that the NHL and the Lightning both do a lot of fundraising and campaigning for, and we're part of that too. I know cancer has definitely touched my life. Obviously, we know it's touched Thomas Scully's life, and Shooter as well, right? And so we've all been there in one way or another, close or
That's the
not
day
as
before the
close.
picnic will be 2 years.
Yeah. So
that's why I made sure. That was why I was like, I needed on the 25th to be surrounded by friends because it's going to be 2 years, the 24th. So, which is crazy because we were doing that show.
Yeah.
Just think we were in the finals getting ready to win that Stanley Cup, and 2 years ago next weekend.
That's
crazy.
So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I will definitely be there. I'm expecting it to be 118 degrees that day, just like it was last year. So I'm bringing 3 shirts.
Nice. The wardrobe. See, Renee, you're not the only model. Shira comes equipped for wardrobe changes when it gets too sweaty. This guy knows. This guy knows what's up.
So, ladies, and some men, bring your dollar bills.
Keep an eye out. Again, no. Once again, I have to preface at the beginning of the show when I said it. People, Shooty is married. Get up out of his DMs.
Bring my kids.
Stop trying to be spying on him from the bushes.
Keep everyone away.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Listen,
single dad with the 2 kids. It's the dad with the 2 kids. That's definitely a turnoff, right? Come on, dude. Where are you at? This is Tampa. That's bait.
All right,
trolling.
I had some other stuff.
To keep your clothes on. I'm not, for some reason, I'm not a host anymore, and I can't highlight these comments. That's the
definitely not a host anymore.
When I went to go sign in on that way, it was making me send you guys a code, and I didn't know who it was going to send a code to.
Welcome to my life. That's how it used to be. We'll have to figure that out this week, in the next couple weeks.
Yeah, I had some other things to talk about, but
well. The Prospects tournament was last weekend.
Oh yeah,
and it wrapped up today. Go? Actually, not great.
They did pretty crappy, I heard.
Yeah, 14-4 outscored in the 3 games. 14-4. I watched about 4 periods total. I tried to watch more. It just the thing I watch. Part of why I watch hockey is the announcers and the overall experience of the broadcast, and it's hard. You don't expect a lot out of it, but it's just not a great broadcast overall. And you don't really know the guys that are talking, and
they should let us do it.
So, hey, I mean, we should have just because it was broadcast on lightning.com on their website or their page for NHL.com, whatever. So we could have streamed it, and we probably should have done that. We should have done our own commentary for it. But, I mean, they looked good. It's just a bunch of guys that you could tell have only practiced they've all played 3 hours together. Really, because there's so many of those guys are new. Half of that roster, at least, was all new dudes that haven't played. Some of them, it's the first time they put on an NHL level sweater, So it just seemed like those other teams that were there, their younger prospects have probably spent more time playing together. It really looked like that, anyways. But
And
there's
then
some
to
good things.
piggyback off of that, they announced their training camp roster today.
Yes, they did. I was just looking at it.
Is there anybody you guys are surprised that was invited or want to see? I mean, one of mine
21
who I
defensemen.
really think might end up being on this team one day is Nick Perbix. I really like his play. Walcott. Walcott.
I was just gonna say Daniel Walcott got
Another
invited
invitee.
in.
I don't think he ever makes it up to this team in a full-time thing, but it's nice. He's always got that smile, like kind of like Matty Joe always had.
Yep.
So it always brings that great to the
Great energy.
Yeah. Quite a few goalies. You got
Awesome.
Hugo Olifel, Brad Barone, Brian Elliott, LaFontaine, Maxim Legacy, and then Bassi, of course. Of course, you know, you're going to have people filling in for those 2 spots at the beginning of the season that Sorelli's not going to be able to be on. And who else had that? Who else had surgery?
Bogosian.
Yeah, Boga.
Bogo and Sorelli.
So you're going to have some of those openings.
That actually kind of works out perfect because it gives kind of that audition to, you know, for somebody to step up. And you got to think it's going to be, they're going to give ABB that last shot. And Fortier's
I think his time is gone. As much as I liked him, I think the Lightning are done with his experience. Another one is Cole
Kopke.
Kopke. I like him.
You just don't like saying his name.
No,
I don't know. I think ABB has a solid shot. Like this is I'm with Shooter. I think this is Alex Barabole's last and best chance to make this roster. And if not, then yeah, he'll. I mean, they put him on waivers and then brought him back last year, right? Mm-hmm. So I think that'll be it. But I mean, Fortier is a guy. He was in that development camp. He played pretty well.
He's gonna get a good shot.
Yeah, he will. And then there's another guy.
Gabriel Dumont. I mean, he played several games up here. Dumont did.
Yeah, I did. But Felix Robert is this kid coming out of the prospect camp that he's 23, and he's getting a lot of comparisons to Yanni. And I mean, he played Wilkes-Barre Scranton last year. And I mean, it's not setting the world on fire points wise at the next level, but he kind of went back and forth between Wilkes-Barre and Wheeling, OHL and AOWH, whatever. I forget the minor links, but kind of went back and forth there. But they're saying a lot of comparisons to Yanni over the weekend.
And then you got to look at our number 1 draft pick, Mishmash.
Well, I can't wait to say his name over and over again. Yeah. And if that guy finds a solid time on this roster, there's a very good likelihood that's my next freaking Lightning jersey. Come on, let's be honest, right? Come on, what a name.
It'd be Mismatch Stash.
Mismatch Stash. Mismatch Stash.
All right, well, let's save some of these other items for our official first show of the regular season, which is going to be October 10th. I still want to talk a little bit about that Hall of Fame, but maybe we get a couple more news, a little bit more news about that. Also want to break down the nationally televised games too. There's been a rule change that we got to touch on, and also we'll put it out there on social media before we do our next show, but we want suggestions for the Tampa Bay Lightning sweater ad, which I don't think they've announced one yet, but NHL sweaters have been approved to put some advertisements on. So Lightning are probably going to have like a big old P on their big old
TGH.
P for public.
It's TGH.
Is it TGH?
Was on their helmet last year, and then I'd imagine Dex would be their second one.
Whoever would be, I think, on the logo, right? I forget who the 2 sponsors are on center ice. It's Chase I can't remember the other one. It's Chase and another one that's the center ice logo. So I imagine maybe one of those would be on there. And I mean, I think that's a kind of a strong opinion to say that it's disgusting that they were doing that. If you watch European hockey, they've been doing it for a long time. So it's just you look at European sports in general; they've been doing it for a long time.
I think
So,
either Calgary or Edmonton said no, f that, we're not doing it.
Yeah.
They totally said forget it. We don't want the money. We want our jerseys to be clean.
That's fine. I mean, it's going to be a small patch, and I mean, sure, maybe it's like it opens the floodgates, but I mean, you know, it is what it is, man.
It's kind of following the NBA, like
Yeah, and I think eventually, though, if you get to a certain point, then it's better to like maybe actually style it into a sweater instead of just making it a patch, too. You know what I mean? Maybe they get to that point where it's like the Euro leagues or whatever, and then. You know, I mean, I still want to see a Lightning logo, but, you know, maybe we have some of that advertising styled into it, not just paste it on all tacky like, ticky-tack like.
Yep.
I saw some people complaining about the ice was similar to their last celebration, and I was just like, come on.
Oh, Serena in the chat's Publix, where hockey is our pleasure. I don't know why
like
that just I have a fucked up mind. I have a bad mind. I don't know why that just takes me. So.
All right, you guys got anything else? Hopefully we're gonna see everyone except for the stash Sunday. What time does this shindig start?
11 a.m.
11 a.m. on Sunday.
I'll FaceTime
Thunderbolts picnic. I got to get on there and update. There's the logo.
It's Amelie, Marathon, Chase, and Spectrum. So
Spectrum might get it.
Spectrum or Marathon, I could see.
Yeah, either one. National brands.
Old Petro buds. The old Petro boys.
Maybe what I'll do before our next show is we'll post a question out there and we'll take wrong answers only and we'll Photoshop them on the jersey and continue to wonder why the team never reaches out to us for anything when we have like the Mons Venus version. I already saw someone post the Mons Venus.
Someone already did that. Yeah,
of course.
The two corners are TGH and Heritage Insurance.
Mm-hmm.
Dang, they're going for it. So jerseys next. All right. Well, hey, let's thank our guests again, Renee Flowers. Make sure you go check her out on Instagram and her website, reneeflowers.com. 2 E's and that Renee.
All over.
She's got that song, and she's got that cover song, Led Zeppelin. Sounds like that's gonna be
coming out soon. Yep.
Greg Wolf, as always, the man with the plan. And thanks to our new sponsors, SeatGeek, WTT Pod, $20 off, and then Monkey Coffee Company. More to come throughout the season with them as they officially get launched here. Anything else, boys, before we wrap it up?
Nah, man.
See you Saturday.
I can't wait. Listen, of course my family vacation suddenly random shows up on the same weekend as the cookout, so I'm sorry I'm not going to be there this weekend, but I can't wait for the 1st. I will be there on the 1st, probably be there on the 2nd as well, just because I don't make a lot of those things and I like those events and I don't get to those practices as much as I'd like to, so I'll be there for that weekend. And then the 10th is right around the corner, man. We are so close to kicking this thing off, getting
3 weeks from tonight.
Groove. We're only 3 weeks away from our regular season show, from the Lightning kicking it off. And here we are, man. I can't wait. It's been too long already. It seems like it hasn't been that long and then forever at the same time. So I'm excited. Can't wait to get back into it. Not just the show, but get down there for games, get interacting with the fans in the chat and in person. You know, we like to do that. Sticks of Fire, Thunderbolts, Lightning Strikes, all those people, all those folks, all those fans, the community that we've been building these last few years. It's nice to have a summer break, but it's almost like school. You know what I mean? like the summer break is kind of like meaningful now. When I used to not really give a shit as an adult, now it's like, oh, I got a couple months off, and boom, now we're back into hockey here in the fall, and the weather's turning, and the pucks are dropping.
And the stash is sharpening his pencils for calling some hockey games.
For them shooter games.
That's right. The shooter games.
You got the 2-for-1 special tonight.
And those award-winning titles that you come up with.
Listen,
what? You don't like
I want to go around. I want to go
versus hockey.
Emily with a camera and a recorder and ask people where they think the 5-hole is.
You know,
I want to bring.
We've been talking about that for years.
I want to do some video at the picnic, but people get all clammed up if I do, especially if it's just me walking around there. So.
I just think the Lightning would give us a hard time if we brought in a camera and started actually filming like in the arena.
Well, let's try it October 1st. See what happens.
We should bring your camera. I know you have it in the closet.
I will take the camera out of the closet.
I
also have a camera right here. It's called my phone.
I was gonna say that's when I did that interview that Shooter was creepily watching me do. Was in the stairwell on her phone.
Oh yeah,
that was the funniest thing ever. I like going back to my seat, running down the stairs, and all of a sudden I see Schoolie in the corner of the staircase with the camera on him, and I'm like, oh, what's going on here? And I'm like peeping around the corner so I don't mess him up. Probably messing him up just by doing that. But I was like,
I see this around the corner. It's Shooter.
I don't know which one of you is more creepy in that scenario. To be honest with you,
you're lucky
know.
I didn't jump right in there with you, but I didn't want to ruin this girl's book report or whatever the hell that was.
It's not often.
To the bush. Sarah
it's not
says,
often that both of you out creep me at the same time.
I think
you just did.
Hey, make sure you follow Twitter, because that's where probably all of us are. Well, I'm most active on Twitter. We might have a little meetup on October 1st by the bush. I mean, where else will we meet besides the Schoolie bush?
Meet me at the spot.
All right, this has gone too far.
The magical bush of Schoolie.
We've missed you guys, but go back and look at the by the 5-hole. There we go. So.
The old 5-hole. I almost didn't put that one on there because I thought I'd get a wrong answer.
I was waiting for it. Go back and watch the intro for those that didn't see it. Serena, you are in there. She said, I ain't going to watch it if I'm not in there. So, Serena, you're in there.
She is in there.
Is she in the bush or the 5-hole?
Don't blink.
I'm confused now.
She's in the tunnel hole. That was us standing in front of the Lightning locker room.
Yep. But it's it's fast. Comes at you fast. So check it out. Hey, I posted that on social media today, so you can go rewatch it over and over and over again.
To your heart's content.
We'll be back October 10th. The season starts October 11th. Until then, this has been We the Thunder. Don't forget to be the Thunder.
That's it.